gonna do a little mini driver testing. I've got the new Elyte Mini Driver from Callaway, and I've got my old AiSMOKE. We're gonna put them head to head and see which one's better. I've been hitting a few random shapes with my AiSMOKE Mini Driver, so I'm gonna see if the Elyte can beat it and get me on a much straighter trajectory and help me out on the course. I've got my TrackMan with me here. I've got my phone to display the numbers, and then afterwards I can do a deep dive and maybe show you guys what it looks like on the TrackMan and how all those numbers relate. So I've got to choose the correct settings on here. I've got to make sure I label each driver differently. So I'm going to start out with my gamer, as it's called. Gonna have to call that 3-wood because they don't have any 2-woods in the settings here on the new TrackMan. I'm gonna leave it in a nice little horizontal view, get my glove on, and we're gonna go to town. So my goal here is to find, this is gonna be the Elyte. Haha, that's the Elyte. I knew it because the club head or the grip was a lot cleaner, and then there's my AiSMOKE. So we're gonna go 4 shots to start, and then I'm gonna go 2 and 2. And if I don't like the numbers enough, I don't think it's good enough, then we're gonna go 2 more and 2 more. So just to get into this, I'm gonna tee up 2 balls at a time. This is a little trick I do. I bend my knees, number 1, save your back, guys. And then tee up 2 balls. That way you have to bend only once for 2 balls. You could even do 4 or 5, but just to make it look a little more sane and normal. Here we go, AiSMOKE Mini Driver. We've got that 0 line, so basically the TrackMan is going to watch the club head and the golf ball and give us all kinds of numbers from path to spin, but I've got to make sure that it's picked a specific target that I can aim at. So it's a white flag out there that you can probably see, but you don't know which one. But I'm going to get straight into it here and try and hit 4 really good mini drivers and use that as my baseline to test the 2. Decent to start, a little draw. Those numbers will be really good. So this club for me is a 285 pitch. So some guys might think that's pretty strong for a 3-wood or a mini driver, but my driver's 305. So it's really a 20-25 yard difference, which I don't mind. When you've got a lot of hazards and bunkers and things to avoid over 270, it might be imperative to have 2 clubs in that range so you can fiddle between those guys. Okay, so that was way out the hill. Probably gonna have to delete that number because it was so far away from the center. I don't want to use any outliers when I compare these clubs. Obviously, if I hit 5 out of 8 test shots with bad shape, with bad misstrikes, mishits, it's not gonna be great data, but that's why I'm hitting 4 balls to start. We're gonna get 2 or 3 good ones. And then when we switch to the other one, we give them 4 as well. There's another beauty. You'll get to see these in the edit. Luckily, I can't scan over here and check everyone every time, but you guys will be able to see it on the screen. I'll be able to input it for you. Hopefully my editor has some sick skills with the editing software to make it nice and informational. Okay, that's 3 really good ones and 1 pretty bad one, but that's okay. We can always go in afterwards and delete and take it out. Now we're gonna go to the Elyte. So we're gonna do 4 of these because we've done 4. We wanna give 4 opportunities on this side. And then I might end with 2 and 2, depending on how much actionable data we manage to retrieve out of the session. So try and use these same tee heights, keep everything the same. Okay, this club head is a little different shape, so I may have to adjust the tee height. This Elyte is a little deeper face, so what that means is just a little bit taller in the face here. 4 swings with the Elyte, looking to beat that previous cycle of 4 from the AiSMOKE. Okay, so there's a heel strike right there, but this compares to my mishit in that first set of 4. So that'll be a good one. I can zoom in maybe and compare those 2 mishits and see how did they perform. Was one a little bit straighter? Because I'm going head to head. I'm not just looking for all out distance. The speed off the face should be pretty similar, but I'm trying to see, does it fly in the window that I'm looking for? Does it land right at 285, the distance I expect? It's all about control. The driver or driver fitting is a different story. There you want to hit as far as you can. You want to get the right spin numbers, the right launch, and hit it as far as you can. But this guy, I may want to add a little more spin. More spin or backspin gives you a tighter window. That backspin holds the flight, keeps your ball flying straight towards the target as long as you've hit it square out the middle and that spin axis is going straight. So when your spin axis turns left or right, that brings in the side spin, which makes you hit it right to left and left to right. So right now I could compare that bad swing with a bad swing, but I gotta find 3 more good swings now to compare those. Oh, there we go. I've hit this club a couple times before, and that's what I did notice, a lot of right to left bias. So I could go and tweak the club head and change the setting on it. It's set up at NS right now, which would be neutral and square or straight, I don't even know. Some of you guys must tell me in the comments what those settings on the Callaway driver represent. N, I'm guessing, is neutral. S is straight. I don't even know. Oh, that was money. So another thing you'll notice is I'm not hitting my Callaway balls that I use on the course. That's a tough thing. When you go for a fitting, if you're hitting some pinnacle golf balls or some really firm balls and you're trying to do a driver testing, your spin numbers are not going to be great. So I urge you guys to use as good golf balls as you can when you get a club fitting. If you're a good golfer, low handicap, and you want some real data, that's super helpful. So I know this ball probably spins 200, 300 RPMs less in an iron for me. In the driver, might be a little closer, a little more similar, but it will be different to the numbers I'll see with my own ball, with my own club. So I'm not gonna use it as a holy grail when I look at these numbers. I'm gonna take it with a pinch of salt. All right, final one here. Let's try and hit a good one. Oh, another good one. Okay, this club definitely has a bit more draw bias, which may not be a bad thing. Maybe I have a draw mini driver in this Elyte head and I've got a straighter or a fade with the AiSMOKE. So just got 4 balls. I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna go look at it. I'll hit 2 more off camera here once I look at those stats, and then I might compare those afterwards. But I'm pretty happy with the setup I have right now. This guy's a bit more draw. This guy's a bit more fade. I'm gonna maybe film at a laptop, show you guys exactly what I'm looking for and how they compare and which one I'm gonna throw in my bag. I think right now we're gonna stick with what we know, but we'll see in the edit. What do you guys think? Do you think this one is the better club? It's newer. Everyone thinks the new club is always better. But as I said before, the Callaway reps are awesome at letting me choose whatever I need to get better, to play well, to shoot low numbers. So I'm just gonna use whichever one performs the best. Straight, baby. Whoa, baby, that was the best of the bunch. It's gonna be tough to settle these. My feel with the old one feels better. The numbers might lie though. It's gonna be a tough decision, but we'll see what the numbers say. I know where I'm gravitating towards, but it's interesting to see if my mind lines up with what the numbers say.